bench with instant production. Draws two Nugget defenders. Gary Trent Jr. from the corner.
Time he catches and shoots, it's just going to go
Gary Trent Jr. will try another three. Hey, the Pistons.
You got to get used to it because it's not going anywhere.
Will knock down another three. The NBA's best three-point shooter in the bubble at the moment.
You ain't in there doing defensive slides after the dub ski. And then they wonder why their favorite two guards be getting locked up.
Five breakout players in the NBA bubble. As we watch basketball in this bubble in Orlando, Florida, it's safe to say the league's experiment has been a resounding success. Major League Baseball has had many players and personnel test positive for the COVID-19 virus, and the National Football League has already experienced its own share of cases in training camp. Without a doubt, the NBA has prepared for and handled the challenges associated with playing games during the pandemic better than any other major sports league. Only the 22 best NBA teams were invited to the bubble to fight for spots in the playoffs, so the majority of the league's superstars made the trip. They haven't disappointed so far, seeing as the games have been highly competitive, and even the teams who have already secured postseason spots seem to be fighting for every win regardless. That being said, there have been some players who have stood out in Orlando, capturing the attention of basketball fans around the world. Here are the top 5 breakout players from the bubble. Number 5, Derek White. The San Antonio Spurs entered the bubble as one of 5 teams set to battle for the Western Conference's 8th seed, which was held by the Memphis Grizzlies. Their progress has been made in large part due to the resurgence of guard Derek White, who has seen an uptick in production in the bubble. The Spurs drafted White with the 29th pick in the 2017 draft, and he steadily improved over his first 3 seasons in the league. This year, he's averaging 11.2 points, 3.5 assists, and 3.3 rebounds per game for the San Antonio Spurs. Though he usually comes off the bench, he started all 5 games in the restart and shown up when it's mattered most. He's scored 20 or more points in 4 of the 5 contests, including a monster 26-point, 8-rebound, 5-assist performance in the first game back. Guys like White, DeMar DeRozan, and Rudy Gay have given coach Greg Popovich an opportunity to extend his incredible postseason streak. Number 4, Gary Trent Jr. Nobody saw Gary Trent Jr.'s emergence in the bubble coming. He averaged less than 3 points per game last season and had played a fairly minimal role off the Portland Trail Blazers bench so far this year. However, due to Trevor Ariza's decision to opt out for the rest of the season and the minutes left over from the season-ending injury to Rodney Hood, Trent became Portland's permanent backup shooting guard. Not only that, but he's played like a starting guard through 5 games in Orlando. For the season, Trent is averaging 8.8 points and shooting 43% from 3 in 21 minutes per game off the bench. But he's consistently outperformed those marks in the bubble, scoring 16 or more in every game and knocking down a total of 28 threes. Starting guards Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum have shot the ball well, as usual, but Trent has been there to pick up the slack on the rare occasion when they struggle. Trent will probably continue playing a major role for the Trailblazers in the playoffs, where we'll get a chance to see if he's really ready to shine when the lights are the brightest. Number 3, Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant's name hasn't received much buzz from the NBA media during his time in the bubble, but he deserves much more attention than he's getting right now. The Washington Wizards, who never really stood a chance in the bubble due to the absence of Davis Bertans, Bradley Beal, and John Wall, have predictably lost every game they've played in thus far. However, despite their low points, Bryant has given them some hope for the future with his recent play. The Indiana product is in his 3rd year in the league, and it appears as though he's finally developed into a true NBA center. The 6'10" lengthy big man is averaging 13 points and 7 rebounds per game this season, the best marks of his career. He's exceeded expectations in the bubble, putting up 19 or more in 4 or 5 contests and racking up 3 double-doubles. He even knocked down 4 threes in a 30-point performance against the Brooklyn Nets, a shocking stat for someone who's not known for his outside jump shot. The Wizards may not leave the bubble with a win, but Bryant has capitalized on the opportunity. Number 2, Michael Porter Jr. Many speculated that Michael Porter Jr. had the potential to be a generational talent when the Denver Nuggets drafted him with the 14th overall pick in the 2018 draft. but MPJ ended up sitting out his entire rookie year due to a lingering back injury from college. This season, he began showing off his skills as a do-it-all point forward, and his development has seemingly accelerated in the bubble as the Nuggets have won 3 of their 5 games. Porter is putting up 9.2 points and 4.7 rebounds per contest off the bench this season, but he's been given an expanded role in Orlando due to Denver's injury issues. So far, Porter has shocked basketball fans by delivering 23 or more points in 4 of his 5 games, all of which he started. His explosion against the Oklahoma City Thunder, in which he compiled 37 points and 12 rebounds, put the league on notice and got nearly every fan's attention. The Nuggets didn't need him to produce such ludicrous numbers yet, but apparently he's ready to compete with the best in the NBA and hold his own. If Porter continues refining his jump shot and regaining his health, he could be one of the best young players in the NBA in a few years. Number 1, TJ Warren. Without a shadow of a doubt, Indiana Pacers small forward TJ Warren has won the bubble. The Pacers showed up at the bubble shorthanded, with power forward Domantas Sabonis opting out and shooting guard Victor Oladipo on a minutes limit due to his lingering injury. That opened the door for Warren to take more shots and assume a leadership role, and he's done all of that and more. Indiana is currently the 5th seed in the East, but they could end up anywhere between 4th and 6th in the conference before the regular season is over. In fact, Warren is probably the only reason they haven't fallen to 6th place. The NC State alum has always been a solid scoring wing, having averaged 18 or more points in his past 3 seasons in the NBA. This year, he's putting up a career-high 19.9 points per game while shooting a very efficient 54% from the field and 41% from 3. But it's been his play in the bubble that has really turned heads. In what might have been the most surprising outburst of the season, Warren dropped an astounding 53 points in the Pacers' first game in Orlando, carrying his team to a victory over the Philadelphia 76ers.
Locked down to 6, finds Warren. Here's a long 3.
Oh, yeah! For 53! Oh, yeah! DJ!
And he's been riding that momentum ever since, scoring more than 30 points in the next 4 games. The Pacers have won 4 or 5 games in the bubble, and they can thank Warren for their success so far. He's turned into a bona fide star, and opposing teams still haven't found a way to stop him. His versatile scoring approach and level head make him a true threat to any defender, and it will be interesting to see if he can continue this ridiculous run into the upcoming postseason when the Pacers will need it most. Any other players stand out to you in the bubble? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time at Baller Central.